Thank you. I'm pleased to be here and to also announce that I will be dropping a bill today which will introduce the repeal amendment in this lame duck session. Since the lame duck session can end any time between noon today and January 4th, and who knows where it is, I also assume that we will also be talking about this in the next general session. So once again, when January comes, we will introduce this bill again, this amendment again. But it's good that we start the discussion now. I just came back from the Capitol floor where I had a little bit over 100 of high school kids from my state, my district, who were there visiting the Capitol. It is for their sakes that I want this to go forward. When the Constitution was established originally, it was based on the idea of balance. This is not about states' rights, which is about power. This is about balance. So in lieu of actually having a Bill of Rights, remember they rejected that at the convention because they said that there was a structure of government that would divide power horizontally between the three branches of government. But equally important to them was to divide power vertically between the national level and the state level so that there could be a balance. The sole goal and purpose of that was to ensure that individual liberty would be protected and that people would be able to have choices and options in their life without some overarching hand of the federal government telling them what to do and how to do it, at which time to take place. The concept of this government was based on the idea of balance. This repeal amendment gives states a weapon, a tool, an arrow in their quiver that they can use to recreate that balance. When at some point 2/3 of the states feel that the federal government has overstepped its authority and overstepped its policy, whether that's constitutional or not, they have overstepped that bound, you know something is wrong. And that is the time in which the decision should be redebated, rethought, rediscussed. And that gives the states some authority. I don't care whether the states ever use it or not. The mere fact that they have it will have an effect on what takes place in Congress as we then once again start realizing that states have an equal share of partnership in this government and should not be simply deigned to be allowed to do something on their own by our largesse in Congress. That's an attitude that needs to be somewhat adjusted. The repeal amendment gives states the ability to make sure that adjustment takes place. It is the right thing to do. It restores, once again, balance between the states and the federal government, which was the way the system was designed, and we need to go that way. As the task force chairman on the 10th Amendment, I actually hope to have a series of statutes and amendments, several amendments and several statutes, that we can introduce this year with the sole goal of not just cutting down the power of Washington to do things to people, but more importantly is to empower states so that they can be an equal partner as it was designed, as the system was designed to be. And this is an important step to do that. I'm very proud of this amendment. I'm proud of the people who have spoken to you already, who have been thinking so much about it, and I'm happy to kind of walk in their wake in introducing this into Congress. Thank you.